You checked your bag and made it to your gate, but behind the scenes, your luggage might already be headed to the wrong city. In 2025, airlines have new tech, faster systems, and tighter rules, but bags still go missing by the thousands every single day. And here's the catch: they won't tell you why. That's why this matters. These are 13 new tips for checking luggage, but following them could be the difference between starting your trip and spending it chasing your suitcase. Let's dive into it. Number 1. Know your baggage limits and weigh. Airline baggage policies change, so always check your ticket's allowance and size limits before you pack. In 2025, many airlines will still use the common 23-kilogram weight limit for economy-checked bags. Go above that, and you'll face steep overweight fees, often $100 for 51 to 70 pounds, $200 for 71 to 100 pounds on U.S. carriers. Airlines won't remind you of this until you're at the counter repacking a heavy bag or paying a hefty sum. Use a luggage scale at home to weigh your suitcase after packing. This lets you remove or redistribute items to avoid surprises at check-in. It's not just about fees. Overstuffed or overweight bags are more likely to get misdirected in automated systems. Sticking to the size and weight rules means a smoother journey for your luggage from drop-off to destination. Number 2. Remove old tags and double-check new ones. Before you head to the airport, peel off any old airline barcode tags from previous trips. An old tag with a different airport code can confuse automated scanners and send your bag the wrong way. Airlines won't always catch an old sticker, especially if it's on the side or bottom of your bag, so it's on you to strip off those dated tags. When you check in, verify the new baggage tag the agent puts on your suitcase. It sounds basic, but mistakes happen. Make sure the 3-letter airport code on the tag matches your final destination. For instance, if you're flying to Los Angeles, the tag should say LAX. If it says LAS, your bag could end up in Las Vegas. A quick glance can prevent a baggage misroute. Also, grab the little claim stub they give you. That receipt helps the airline trace your bag if it goes missing. These simple checks take seconds but can spare you from days of playing baggage hide-and-seek. Number 3. Label your bag and take photos. Don't rely solely on the airline's barcode tag for identification. Attach a sturdy luggage tag with your contact info to the outside of your bag and consider adding your destination address when traveling internationally. This way, if your bag is lost, the airline can quickly contact you or even send it to your hotel. For privacy, you might skip putting your home address. You'll likely be reachable by cell or email, and you don't want strangers knowing you're away. Place identification inside your suitcase as well. If the outer tag falls off, baggage agents will open the bag to find clues, and you want your info front and center. It's also smart to make your bag distinctive. Tie a bright ribbon or use a colorful strap, anything to avoid a case of mistaken identity at the carousel. Many bags look alike, and you don't want another traveler accidentally walking off with yours. As an extra step, snap a photo of your suitcase before you fly. If you need to report it missing, you can show the picture to staff so they know what to look for. Number 4. Keep batteries, electronics, and e-cigs out of checked bags. Avoid packing anything in your checked bag that's on the banned or restricted list. Airlines won't always spell this out for you at check-in. A big one in 2025 is lithium batteries. Spare lithium batteries cannot go in checked luggage due to fire risk. If you pack a battery-powered device, ensure it's powered off. But loose lithium batteries and vape pens must be carried on with you. Also, if you have smart luggage with a built-in charger, the battery must be removable. Current rules require you to take out the battery and bring it in the cabin if the bag is checked. If the battery can't be removed, the bag cannot be checked at all. In general, never pack flammable or explosive items in checked bags. That means no fireworks, but also no household aerosols or butane cartridges. Follow the TSA 311 rule for carry-on liquids and pack larger liquids in checked baggage only if they're permitted. When in doubt, check the TSA What Can I Bring page. Number 5. Never put valuables or irreplaceable items. This tip isn't new, but it's still where many people go wrong. Do not pack your valuables in your checked bag. Airlines won't warn you about this at the counter, But read the fine print, and you'll see they often exclude liability for fragile or valuable items, like electronics, jewelry, cash, important documents, and even prescriptions. In plain terms, if you put your laptop, camera, or heirloom watch in a checked suitcase and it gets damaged or disappears, the airline likely won't reimburse you for it. Plus, expensive gadgets can attract thieves as your bag passes through many hands. It's safer to keep them in your carry-on, under your watchful eye. Treat your checked luggage as if it could be lost or delayed. Pack it with things you can tolerate losing or replacing. Absolutely keep medicine, keys, electronics, and critical paperwork in your carry-on. If it's something you'd be devastated to lose, or that's hard to replace on a trip, don't check it. Number 6. Secure your luggage to deed or tampering. Once you hand off your bag, it's out of your sight, but there are ways to make it less of a target for theft or tampering. First, consider using a TSA-approved lock on your zipper pulls. While TSA agents can open those with a master key for inspections, a lock will stop casual snoopers and prevent the zippers from popping open accidentally. Just make sure it's TSA approved so security can unlock it without cutting it off. Be aware, however, that zipper locks aren't foolproof. Seasoned thieves know the pen trick. They can jam a simple ballpoint pen into a zippered seam and pry it open, even with a lock on, then zip it closed again without any obvious damage. Airlines definitely won't tell you about this vulnerability. To combat it, you have a couple of options. Use hard-sided luggage with latch locks or wrap a strap around your suitcase. A sturdy luggage strap makes it harder to covertly open your bag and also keeps it sealed if a zipper breaks. There are even anti-tamper straps designed to reveal if someone tried the pen trick, they prevent the bag from being re-zipped, alerting you to foul play. While nothing is 100% theft-proof, these measures encourage would-be thieves to skip your bag for an easier target. Number 7. Arrive early and check your bag with time to spare. In the current travel boom, airports are busier than ever, so give yourself and your luggage plenty of time. Arrive at least 2 hours early to check. Airlines may quietly allow slightly later check-ins, but if you cut it close, your bag might not make it onto the plane even if you do. Baggage handling needs buffer time for domestic flights when you have bags. Those conveyor systems and baggage crews work on tight schedules. If you check in last minute, your suitcase might still be stuck in a screening room when your plane leaves. By checking in early, you also get the added benefit of a less rushed experience. The agents have time to weigh your bag, sort out any issues, and ensure your bag is properly processed. Early bags have more leeway to get through security scans and onto the correct cart for your flight. In short, an early start reduces the risk of errors. During peak travel periods, thousands of bags are moving around the airport at once. You want yours in the system with time to spare. Number 8. Avoid tight connections. If your itinerary involves a connecting flight, be mindful of the layover time. A huge portion of lost or delayed bags happens during transfers between flights. 46% of delayed bags in a recent study were delayed during connections. Airlines might sell you an itinerary with a 45-minute connection that you can sprint to make, but your poor checked bag may not move as fast. In 2025, some airports will have improved baggage transfer systems, but it's still a race behind the scenes. Aim for at least an hour for domestic connections, and 2+ hours for international, especially if you have to clear customs and recheck bags. Keep in mind that if you booked separate tickets on different airlines, the first airline might not transfer your luggage at all unless they have an interline agreement. In that case, you'd need to collect your bag at the first stop and recheck it for the next flight, which means you'll need even more layover time. Airlines won't explicitly warn you when you book separate tickets that your bag won't be checked through, so you must plan for it. When possible, book connections on one ticket so the baggage handling is coordinated. And always double-check at the check-in counter. Ask if your bag is checked through to your final destination. Number 9. Use tech to track your bag's journey. Airlines might not advertise it, but tech-savvy travelers are taking baggage tracking into their own hands. One popular move in 2025 is to slip a Bluetooth tracker like an Apple AirTag or Tile into your checked bag. These coin-sized devices let you monitor your suitcase's location on your phone. If your bag doesn't show up on the carousel, you can often pull up the app and see if it's still at your departure airport, sitting in the transfer hub, or arriving on a different flight. Many passengers have recovered missing bags this way. For example, one traveler tracked their misrouted bag sitting in Malaga for days thanks to an AirTag. Airlines generally don't object, but they won't tell you to do this because it's not their system. It's a cheap insurance policy for your peace of mind. Additionally, take advantage of airline baggage tracking tools. A lot of major airlines now have integrated bag tracking in their mobile apps or websites. You can often see when your bag is loaded on the plane, when it's at the carousel, etc. Delta, for instance, pioneered this with bag tag scans shown in their app, and others like United and American have followed. While this isn't something the airline will necessarily highlight during the check-in process, it's available if you know to look. Turn on push notifications in the app for baggage updates, or manually check the status using your bag tag number. Number 10. Immediately report missing or damaged bags. After your flight, don't just assume your checked bag will show up. Be proactive at the carousel. If the belt stops and your bag isn't there, or if you notice someone accidentally took a bag similar to yours, act fast. Airlines won't announce last bag over the loudspeaker, so you need to head straight to the airline's baggage service office in the baggage claim area before you leave the airport. Report the bag missing and file a claim on the spot. This ensures the airline initiates a search. Provide your bag's description and your contact info and delivery address. Getting the claim filed is crucial. If you walk away and only call later, it can complicate matters. The same goes for damaged luggage. Open your bag and check for any destruction. If your suitcase arrives cracked with missing wheels or soaked through, report it immediately at the desk. Airlines usually have policies to repair or compensate for damage as long as you report it right away at the airport. Be polite but persistent in following up on a missing bag. You'll get a file reference number and keep it handy. Number 11. Know your compensation rights. Here's a tip. Airlines definitely don't broadcast. If your checked bag is significantly delayed or lost, you are often entitled to compensation. For delayed bags, airlines are required to reimburse you for reasonable expenses on essentials. That means if your suitcase doesn't show up, you can buy toiletries, a couple of shirts, or other necessities to get through the delay, and the airline should pay you back. They can't enforce a stingy fixed daily limit. Either the policy is to cover actual reasonable costs. Keep your receipts for these purchases and submit them to the airline's baggage claim office or online portal. Many travelers don't know this and end up suffering in the same clothes for days. Airlines won't volunteer to pay unless you ask. But it's your right to be made whole for out-of-pocket costs caused by their delay. If the airline loses your bag, you're entitled to compensation up to a cap. On U.S. domestic flights, the DOT mandates up to $3,800 per passenger for lost baggage. Internationally, the Montreal Convention applies roughly 1,288 special drawing rights maximum. Number 12. Pack a survival kit in your carry-on. No matter how well you prepare, sometimes checked luggage gets delayed. That's why a timeless tip is to pack a small insurance kit in your carry-on. Airlines won't tell you to do this, but you'll be so glad you did if your suitcase is late. At minimum, put an extra set of clothes in your hand baggage. Also include basic toiletries and travel sizes, and any must-have items like your medication and an extra pair of glasses or contacts. Essentially, think about what you'd need for a day or two if you and your checked bag are temporarily divorced. This way, if your luggage takes a detour, you won't be stuck wearing yesterday's clothes or frantically searching for a pharmacy at midnight. It's also smart to carry chargers and cables for your electronics in your personal item. If your bag with your charger is in limbo, a dead phone will just compound your problems. Number 13. Stay alert at baggage claim and verify your bag. Finally, once you've landed, be just as vigilant retrieving your bag as you were sending it off. Hang around the baggage carousel until you physically have your suitcase in hand. It sounds obvious, but fatigued travelers sometimes wander off or hit the restroom and come back to an empty carousel. Unattended bags might be removed by staff as unclaimed and put in a secure area, causing you confusion and panic. Worse, someone might mistake your bag for their own. So keep your eyes on the belt. When you grab what you think is yours, double-check the luggage tag or identifier. Many bags look alike. A quick glance at the name on the tag can prevent an embarrassing swap. If your bag has any special tags, they might come out in a separate area or first. Listen for announcements and check any dedicated racks. And as mentioned in tip number 10, inspect your bag's condition right there. If you notice a broken latch or a gaping tear, report it before leaving. Once you exit, it's much harder to prove the damage wasn't after the fact.